Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, double honor to apostles, a great millstone, and salutation to elect, which we ought to be. This is your brother Kawaya from GMS Chicago, and pretty much I got a straight up lesson. This is Acts chapter 2, verse 17. It says, "And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Most High," which we're in. It says, "I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions." When it says that your daughters shall prophesy, that's talking about, the Lord putting the spirit on them to see visions when they go to sleep, you know what I'm saying? Or it could be in the midst of the day, you know what I'm saying, as you call daydreaming, you know what I'm saying? And it can just appear to them about like the destruction that's finna come, or being saved, you know what I'm saying, or things of the kingdom, you know what I'm saying, and all of them is either for warning, you know what I'm saying, for warning, and well, it is for warning, and also to for a spiritual boost, faith boosters, man, you know what I'm saying. And it says, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord communicates with you. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you got to discern, because a demon can fuck with you as well. You know what I'm saying? But you'll more than likely know when, you know what I'm saying, when it's a vision, or when it's a dream. You know what I'm saying? According to the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Use the scriptures to discern and decipher which is which. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much I brought that out because I tend to I had a dream. Hopefully I'll be able to make it short, but I believe it's a vision, because pretty much I was in this building, you know what I'm saying, and it was surrounded by white walls. It was nice, plenty of pillows and stuff, and it was like all these women that was around me, you know what I'm saying. They looked good, whatever. A few a few guys there as well, and a few children, you know what I'm saying. And everything was all good, but it was like, it's this video where this little boy, he want to prank his father, but he end up getting trash thrown on him while he's trying to scare him, which is pretty funny if you've seen it. And it was him, you know what I'm saying, who lived all the way at the top of the building, you know what I'm saying. And everybody was running away from him, this, that, and the other. And he ended up snatching up one of the ladies, you know what I'm saying, and all you saw was blood on the ground while he dragged her over, you know what I'm saying. You ain't see him, but then all you hear is him chewing, you know what I'm saying, eating. So he was a cannibal, you know what I'm saying. And there was a time where, it was me and him face to face, and then, I punched him in his mouth, but when I threw the punch, you know what I'm saying, he opened his mouth deliberately, you know what I'm saying. And his teeth was all jagged up and stuff, and razor sharp, you know what I'm saying. And you could see the pierce marks on my fist, you know what I'm saying. But it ain't no blood, or he ain't cracked the skin, you know what I'm saying. So we all leave, you know what I'm saying, and it was raining real heavy outside. So then when the train, because the train, it was a train, we all get around the CTA train and stuff, and we get on, and we see him get on the train as well. So everybody panicking, because he in a different car, you know what I'm saying. So then we run out, you know what I'm saying, and we to the bus, and I happen to be in the front. We get in the bus, you know what I'm saying, and the bus driver see him running, you know what I'm saying, and it's still raining, and he see him running trying to catch the bus, and we telling him, well, no, don't let him on, you know what I'm saying. So the bus driver rolled off, this, that, and the other, and the next thing you know, it was like he must have been fast in the mud, because then he like crossed the bus. Now the driver, he trying to slow down because he want to hit him and stuff, and we like, no, just keep going. So he keep going, and it's him and like a girl. It's like another lady and a little girl, and they basically got they just walking with him, you know what I'm saying. He ain't bothering them or anything, you know what I'm saying. So then, the bus had like a back window and stuff. You looking back, and you see like, he pretty much gave up, and he kept walking, you know what I'm saying. and the streets was just completely empty. You know what I'm saying? It was like as we kept going, it was like fires, like little small fires, things on fire, cars on fire. The bus driver had to maneuver through the street, this, that, and the other and stuff. And like we got to the train, and pretty much it looked like a street I'm familiar with. You know what I'm saying? And when we got off, you know what I'm saying, I had like some cookies. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like in the cartoons when something comes out of space and stuff, and it crash lands and stuff, and the ground get pulled up. You know what I'm saying? It was like that, but it was a car sitting in it. You know what I'm saying? And it was on fire. And it was like a few guys. It was like, man, they was looking for food. I could tell they was looking for food. And I had just had some cookies. And it was a guy and his son. And I pretty much gave him cookies. And he was like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? But the streets was dark. You know what I'm saying? There was no light out in the streets. You know, it was fire everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Buildings on fire. You know what I'm saying? It was motherfuckers running around in the streets. You know, and I was like, man, I gotta get home. You know what I'm saying? I had to get home. So I, you know, and what ended up happening was that I get to the crib, and I'm happening to be with two other brothers. You know what I'm saying? And we all grabbed swords and stuff, and we happened to be in this car. Now I ain't recognize the two other guys, but the two other guys that I know, you know, were the brothers. And pretty much what ended up happening was that you know, I'm driving around and stuff, and I happened to see somebody that I went to high school with, you know what I'm saying, and he was in there ravishing some dark-skinned chick, you know what I'm saying. It wasn't no 911, wasn't no police officers in sight, you know what I'm saying. It was people trying to grab stuff, you know what I'm saying, trying to grab whatever that they can, you know what I'm saying, you know. And I also had little dreams and visions before that, you know what I'm saying. And pretty much what it reminded me was Jacob's trouble, you know. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. You know what I'm saying? Which is the elect. You know what I'm saying? The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and confusion of facial bloodline go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They the ones who gonna get saved out of it. Whether, you know, the Lord just got a hedge around you, or he give you spiritual powers, you know what I'm saying, to get through all the stuff that's finna go through. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing we gonna need, you know what I'm saying, because it's also something to take heed to. You know what I'm saying? This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength for salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. You know what I'm saying? These scriptures, we got all the examples about what's finna come. You know what I'm saying? Like scripture says in Ecclesiastes 1:9, that there's nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that we finna come in a time that's never been before. That's worse than any war, you know, that's ever been. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna hurry up and slide through these scriptures. This is Luke chapter 14, verse 28. It says, for which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he has sufficient to finish it? And the thing is that you got to really examine yourself, you know what I'm saying, because you could out here be a martyr, man. You know what I'm saying? Or you and you want to why we yet still have liberty and stuff. It's like, get yourself right, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay in the spirit, anchor down in the spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? So wisdom can meet you in every thought when you out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have cannibals, man. You know what I'm saying? Most of these guys who getting swole, built up and stuff, they might be 2/3 who might get hungry, and now you got a big motherfucker chasing you down because he hungry as hell. Or you can see somebody that's real skinny and stuff, you know what I'm saying, has strength, like they're muscle bound, like they fit in good health, man. You know what I'm saying? And all they want is your body, man. They want to eat you, man. You know what I'm saying? And this second Esdras, you know, chapter 9, verse 1, it says, he answered me, then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. You know what I'm saying? Blood moons, the prophecies. You know what I'm saying? The men of the Lord on the highways and byways, preaching in the four corners of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Preaching the broken record. You know what I'm saying? Telling you the truth, giving you straight up warning about what's finna come. You know what I'm saying? Preparing you. It says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he have made. You know what I'm saying? And what is that? You know, you got all these hurricanes that's developing and stuff. All this mass destruction, wild forest fires that's happening. You know, that's destroying this place limb from limb, man. You know what I'm saying? And it says therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and upwards of the people in the world. You know what I'm saying? Which is